Hello everybody, welcome to Snyder's Inc. And today we got some slapped ham hour-long video. These creepy videos will summon the final boss. Who is the final boss? None of us know. We're gonna get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like button, subscribe, and comment your thing down below. Let's go.
I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. You're about to see some of the freakiest videos that are trending right now. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content. Just like this.
That was last night's stealth camp, right next to the forest of Box Hill. I would highly recommend this place.
Will's Whereabouts is a popular travel and camping YouTube channel based in the UK. The host, Will, drives around the UK in his van sharing tips and tricks for his audience. However, in this episode, while camping in Box Hill, an ancient wooded area southwest of London, something eerie happens in the dead of night. He begins by making a campsite meal as the sun sets on the forest. Will then settles in for the night and tries getting some sleep.
Why did he make 2 plates of food if it's just him there? Why would you make 2 plates of food if you're just eating there? What are you doing? Oh my god, you're a noisy man.
However, in the middle of the night, something terrifying wakes him up.
What the hell?
I don't think I'm going to be getting much sleep tonight.
Screaming can be heard in the distance.
Do you all hear that? You all hear them scream? That is terrifying. I don't want to hear that in the middle of the night. No, thank you.
I don't think I'm going to be getting much sleep tonight.
Initially, some viewers thought it could be a wild buck or some other wildlife, but Will says he thinks there were a few cars parked not far off in the distance in the park.
And some people screaming.
The screams sound like an eerie blend of pleasure and pain, and one has to wonder just what was going on deep in the woods in the middle of the night.
I don't think I'm going to be getting much sleep tonight.
This next eerie and bizarre clip was posted to Instagram by craziest.media in mid-November, and it's been puzzling and frightening viewers ever since. Take a look.
I know this is probably... I don't know if this is even worth it, but this is just the thought of this. This visual just looks funny to me more than anything else.
The security footage was taken on a farm somewhere in China. It shows a flock of sheep walking in a circle formation.
They're just in a circle, just walking in a circle. Like you do.
While at first you might just think one started following another and eventually they formed a circle. The creepy thing is, this allegedly happened for 12 days straight. They walked non-stop, creating a near-perfect circle.
I don't believe you. I don't believe that. I do not believe that for 12 days straight they walked in this circle. I do not believe you. You are lie. That is a lie. That is the lying part of this. Listen, you saw this visual. I believe this looks weird. This looks funny as hell. I bet literally exactly as you said. One followed the other and then they all just started to follow. They all wanted to play along. It's just very weird, but I do not believe this happened for 12 days straight. Not for a second.
According to some viewers, similar events were happening at ranches all over the world. For animals to do this for so long without rest is very unusual. 12 days is a long time to go without rest, food or water. There have been no updates from the ranch, so it's unclear how long exactly this behaviour continued for. So what could be causing it? Viewers have numerous theories, ranging from 5G signals to some sort of death march or even some kind of alien interference that's causing their instincts to go haywire. According to
Why would aliens grab a bunch of things, sheep, and just make them walk in circles? For 12 days, what exactly do they gain from that? That is about the last thing I expect aliens to do with their time frame.
To some animal psychologists, the behaviour could be a reaction to being penned in a small space for too long. Others suggested it could be a type of parasite that attacks the brain, causing the strange behaviour. Not everyone, however, is convinced the answer is this simple. Love to hear your theories on this one in the comments down below. Imagine looking out of your window during a thunderstorm early in the morning to see a creepy figure staring back at you. While it's a common sight in horror films, to experience this situation in real life must be the stuff nightmares are truly made of. This clip, posted to Instagram by Slightly Bad Memes, has very little accompanying information, other than a single line of text that reads, "The 5 AM visitor." Take a look. The camera person zooms in on a mysterious figure standing on the corner. The cloaked individual remains completely still. While this simply could be just a person who's been caught in the rain, there's definitely something unnerving about them nonetheless. Why would someone be standing so still in the middle of a storm at 5 AM? And why are they just staring up into the house? Whatever the case may be, this scene would
Also, consider like they have an umbrella on, I believe. Why would you have an umbrella in a thunderstorm? Why would you stand out there with an umbrella in a thunderstorm? That just sounds stupid.
likely frighten anyone peering outside during a storm. Perhaps it might be a good idea to take a peek out of your window tonight, just in case someone's watching you from the darkness. This video, published to 98FM Natal's Instagram page, shows what appears to be a piece of home security footage. There's a pet dog that can be seen inside of a cage, barking. It's almost as if it can sense that something isn't quite right. Then out of nowhere, this happens.
What the hell?
Watching that again, it looks like something pushes the dog, then its collar comes undone.
What the hell?
Many paranormal experts believe that dogs have a higher sensitivity to the paranormal. It's as though they can sense things that are beyond our capabilities. Naturally, viewers were freaked out by this piece of footage, with the majority of comments at a loss to explain what's actually happening. Some suggested the clip had been edited, but it still doesn't explain the dog being pushed or how the collar comes undone. The freaky encounter certainly does make one's mind wander into the realm of the paranormal. Does this dog sense something in the room? Perhaps its barking angered a presence we're unable to see. Love to hear your take on this strange piece of footage in the comments section down below. When you go camping, you might expect to catch a glimpse of a squirrel, deer, or maybe even a bear. However, if this strange video, posted to Dailymotion by Nils01...
Oh, we've seen this one so many times. So many times.
7 is to be believed, there might be more than just animals hiding among the trees. The footage was supposedly captured by a group of friends in Flacy, France. It's dark out, so they stand close to a roaring bonfire. The campers can be heard laughing and joking around,
Toi là, y'a un truc là-bas?
when suddenly their fun comes to an abrupt halt.
Minou, j'ai trouvé ta mère. Putain!
A member of the group notices something strange moving in the darkness just beyond the trees.
Hey, un peu gros chat, j'aime pas ça. Je vais me barrer. Oh, non, bah y'a un...
They toss a lit torch in the direction of the movement, hoping to get a better look at whatever it is.
Pour éclairer, putain!
Goddamn.
Suddenly, a small creature with grey skin peeks out from behind a tree.
Goddamn alien. Alien!
It appears to have large dark eyes and long fingers that slowly reach toward the burning torch.
Pour éclairer, putain!
The cameraman attempts to get closer, however the creature quickly disappears into the darkness. While the figure's appearance certainly does resemble that of extraterrestrials often depicted in movies, others think that the creature might actually be some sort of earthly cryptid. Unfortunately, until more information comes to hand, this video, like so many others of this nature, will have to remain a mystery.
Pour éclairer, putain!
What do you think would be the scariest sound to wake up to? Well, it seems that Reddit user Orlando might have captured it on video. Take a listen. According to the poster, they were taking a nap all alone in the house when they woke up to hear an old music box playing a creepy tune. When quizzed by a viewer about the type of music box, the poster said it was the kind that you have to physically twist and wind up with your whole hand. This means that unless there was someone else in the house, the music box shouldn't have started playing the music. The poster went on to note that after they stopped recording this video, the music suddenly stopped. Was some sort of paranormal entity attempting to get the poster's attention? If so, it seems they succeeded. What would you do if you woke up to hear a creepy tune echoing through your house? Would you try to ignore it and go back to sleep, or would you run screaming down the street? Let me know in the comments down below. There are a lot of horror stories going around about the working conditions in some of the world's most high-traffic warehouses. This footage from TikToker DarkTale0 takes the terror to a whole new level. The footage appears to come from a security camera in a packing warehouse. Take a look at what unfolds.
What the hell? What the heck? What? Oh no, no. Oh no. Oh, come on. It was all going good until the man got dragged. If the man had not gone dragged, I would be convinced. Okay, this is some short film, some horror movie type thing. This is not, clearly not real. You made it, it's too hokey. Too ridiculous now.
Watching that again, a nearby pallet of boxes suddenly begins to roll towards the worker. He barely jumps out of the way in time to avoid a painful collision. As he stares at the pallet, all of the boxes on the shelf next to him suddenly come crashing to the floor. As they fall, his feet are swept out from under him.
This is not real by any stretch of the imagination. This is the most ridiculous footage I have. The way this man reacts to being dragged is one of the funniest
The
things I've ever
boxes
seen.
on the shelf next to him
Watch
suddenly
this.
come crashing to the floor.
Oh.
As they fall,
Why is he like this? Just like that's not how it would be if someone swept their feet from under you.
all his feet are swept out from under him.
How would he be? What is he being doing? This is not how you get dragged. No one drags someone like this. This is not real.
He slides down the aisle, dragged by some sort of unseen force. So is there a poltergeist haunting this
No, this is not real. No way.
warehouse? Not everyone is so sure. A few viewers are convinced that the footage was staged, or
Of
that it
course.
took place on a large ship and that violent ocean waves caused the strange events. However, waves strong enough to send a person flying across the floor would surely make a few more boxes tumble as well. Many believe that only something paranormal could be responsible
No.
for this strange
I
footage.
don't believe you.
But could it be a poltergeist? Let us know your theories on this one down below.
Neither. It's neat. Look at this. Look at that. He's not in the same position when they cut to the next camera. Fake as fake gets.
This next bizarre piece of footage was captured inside of a church in Africa. The clip was uploaded to Instagram by Paranoid Normal. Take a look at what happens. On first viewing, it is hard to tell what exactly is going on,
I have no
but
fucking
on
clue.
subsequent playthroughs it doesn't become much clearer either. Initially, we see what looks like a flame appear inside of the woman's dress on the right. She panics and people rush to her aid. Seconds later, we can see another flame appear inside of the man's white shirt.
Oh my god. Oh my god,
woman
my
then
man has a
appears to
burning
faint.
shirt. Ah, this is insanity.
Here are the two separate flames in slow motion.
That is clearly a flame. Like, that is a flame right there, right? That is a... So, his I'm not so sure about. His is kind of sketchy. His I'm sketched out. His I find sketchy. Hers looks like an actual flame. His looks way more sketchy.
While initially some viewers thought it could be a malfunctioning cigarette lighter, it seems unlikely that it would happen twice on two separate people within seconds of each other. Other comments suggested that the whole thing could be a scam to encourage donations to the church. Perhaps these two people are actors trying to make it seem as though something miraculous has taken place. This would increase both patrons and donations to the church.
That's smart. That is smart. That is a smart thought. We've seen people do some insane things to try to get donations, and it could not be ruled out.
Either way, it's definitely a weird piece of footage, but I'll throw this one out to you, the viewers,
I will give you that. It is a weird piece of footage.
for final judgment. This next piece of footage was uploaded to Reddit by user Stuart James Author. He claims that it was captured in Oxford Castle in the UK as part of a paranormal investigation.
Oh.
One that was conducted overnight while there was no one else on the premises. Take a look at what his camera managed to capture. As you can see, there appears to be a disembodied face staring at him through the window. It looks pale and ghost-like. Supposedly, he didn't notice it at the time of recording. Then, as the camera rounds the corner, the poster thinks he captured something else as well. Take a look.
I don't see anything.
A strange shape that he believes to be a figure can be seen lurking in the darkness. Again, the poster claims they didn't see it at the time. The city of Oxford is a favourite destination for paranormal enthusiasts, with several well-known ghost sightings reported over the years. In 1610, a man named George Napier was accused of being a Catholic priest, a grave offence at that time in England, and subsequently sentenced to death. After the execution, his family managed to retrieve most of his body, however his head was never found. To this day, it's rumoured that the spirit of George Napier still rides around the city of Oxford in search of his missing head. However, the most famous ghost said to haunt Oxford is that...
So there's a guy walk up to the gate. Excuse me, person. Have you seen my head? I lost it all those many years ago, and I've still not been able to find it. Have you seen a missing head? No? Okay, my bad. And he just disappears into a wall. Like, that'd be just like a good guy. Damn it, never gonna be able to find his head. It just walks away. Look.
That of King Charles I, who reigned from 1625 until 1649. During his time on the throne, Charles fought with the English Parliament over his rights as king. Many of his subjects opposed his policies, especially the levying of taxes conducted without parliamentary consent. Charles was eventually executed for high treason, and it's said that his spirit still wanders the grounds of the Oxford University. Some of those who have reported seeing his ghost claim to have also seen him without his head. With its long and gruesome history, it seems little wonder that the city of Oxford and its castle are thought to be the home of several restless spirits. Does the Reddit footage prove this? Take another look and judge for yourself. Many people believe
What the hell is that thing? What in the name of all that is dark and disturbing is that thing? That has got to be one of the most freakiest looking damn things I've ever seen.
that strange creatures still lurk in the far reaches of the
the
Earth.
Wendigo.
Known as cryptids, these mysterious beasts are yet to be classified by...
There was someone who commented on one of my videos before being very adamant there's no such thing as a Wendigo. So, I mean, we clearly have to take his word as gospel and that clearly there's no such thing as a Wendigo because the one guy commented and said so.
modern science. This footage, uploaded to YouTube by Vision Paranormal, might just show one such cryptid, the legendary Wendigo. The Wendigo is a mythological creature that originates from North American folklore. It's described as having huge antlers, an emaciated body, a nauseating stench, and in some cases a heart made of ice.
I never understand, why does the always every cryptid have to smell like shit? Why can't a cryptid smell nice? Why does it have to smell terrible? Why, who's gonna go near a creature that smells terrible? I mean, well, clearly a bunch of stupid people do. There's a lot of stupid people that somehow almost capture a Wendigo or thing and they walk over to where barely a smelly, disgusting looking creature is. But like, I just don't get, why can't a creature have to smell nice? Why can all of them have to smell like shit?
However, its most terrifying characteristic is its insatiable craving for human flesh. Even when it's just fed, its hunger isn't satisfied. Legends say that humans can also be possessed by the Wendigo, causing them to turn against their own kind. The YouTuber who shared this footage claims it comes from the recovered camera of a young couple who disappeared after getting lost while hiking in the Emerson County forest. As the footage begins, we can see the dense foliage as the couple walks along a path. Suddenly, the camera stops moving as their voices can be heard discussing something that they've spotted in the trees.
Do you see that? Over there, look, over there. Do you see that?
What the hell?
If you look closely, you can see a shape moving through the thicket. However, it's difficult to tell whether it's extremely well camouflaged or actually semi-transparent.
I don't like this.
Yeah.
You see that? Right there. Look.
Oh my god.
They watch it for a few seconds before it lets out a terrifying screech.
I don't like it.
Okay, fuck.
The hikers quickly run, the camera jostles violently, but we can still hear the creatures shrieking as it chases them through the trees. A few seconds later, the camera falls to the ground and the sounds fade into the distance. So did these hikers really fall victim to the legendary Wendigo? Whatever it is in the video blends into its surroundings so well, it's difficult to tell just what it is.
Over there, look, over there. You see that?
What the hell?
So what do you think this mysterious video actually shows? Let me know your theories in the comments down below.
I don't like this.
You see that? Right there. Look.
Oh my god. That's not an animal. I don't like it.
Okay, fuck. Go.
From one haunted hospital to another, this next piece of startling footage has left internet users
Oh, I know this one. I've seen this before.
is confused and frightened as it appears to show a security guard interacting with a ghost. Take a look. The footage was captured inside of the Sanatorio Finiquieto, a private medical clinic in Buenos Aires, Argentina. The eerie encounter took place on the 11th of November at 3:26 a.m. At the beginning of the clip, you can see the door open, but no one comes into the building.
I know this doesn't affect them at all, but just the fact that they have no Remembrance Day or Memorial Veterans Day, I think it's Veterans Day. That's interesting. I don't think Argentina that would affect. I just find that interesting.
The security guard stands up and checks his clipboard as though preparing for someone to enter the facility. He releases the band at the checkpoint, then appears to chat with someone as though a normal person were entering the building. He makes a few gestures as though directing the person further into the facility. He then appears to offer a wheelchair to the invisible presence. A spokesperson for the healthcare provider said that they had already logged the main entrance door as malfunctioning, stating that it had opened by itself 28 times in the span of 10 hours. However, they found the security guard's behaviour a little harder to explain. They said that the guard appears to write something onto the register, but no names were recorded in the system during that period. A rumour proliferated that the guard wrote the name of a patient who had died the day before, but this claim is yet unsubstantiated. After the clip went viral, two main theories prevailed. The first being that the guard might be playing a prank on his colleague in the security office who would have been watching the video feed during the night. It's possible he just acted the whole scenario out to spook his workmates during a slow night shift. The second theory, however, is a little more chilling. This theory suggests that the guard did indeed see someone come into the building and that he was interacting with a patient that had died the previous day. So what do you think? The footage is certainly unsettling, but could it all just be a prank? Let me know where you land on this mysterious piece of footage in the comments down below. This next creepy clip might just show some paranormal activity. Take a look. Uploaded to Reddit by MGE308, the footage was supposedly captured at a meat packing plant that they used to work at. What makes this clip extra creepy is that the poster claims it was on a weekend that they had off, suggesting that there was no one else around. In the footage, you can see the pallet driver appears to manually adjust itself as if controlled by some sort of unseen force. Some who saw the clip thought a malfunction might be responsible for the device's unusual movements. However, one viewer, who claims to be a mechanic that works on similar devices every day, said that while a wiring issue could cause it to drive on its own, it would definitely not cause the tiller to move up and down like you see in the clip. They believe there's no mechanical explanation for what we see in this video. So then, does this footage really show a paranormal force at play? Let me know if you have anything to add to this conversation in the comments down below.
Give it the full 24 hours, I think.
This next freaky camping experience has become something of an internet legend. Project Amber is a popular travel and camping YouTube channel that documents the roving exploits of CJ and his partner Emma. In 2018, while driving through the French countryside in his old converted ambulance, CJ had to pull over for the night to fix his malfunctioning camper fridge. The area was an old, overgrown camping spot in a rural forest with no one visible for miles and miles. While filming the vlog about fixing the fridge, things take a turn for the eerie.
Right. Now I'm sure with house fridges you're supposed to... I'm going to give it the full 24 hours, I think, to... What are you looking at?
Soon, CJ's dog begins acting strangely.
To... What are you looking at? You keep freaking me out, dog. There's no one over there. Seeing someone I'm not.
Just down the trail, where his dog keeps looking, there's an old abandoned well with a heavy metal covering.
And originally I was going to go and park there, and I saw the wow. Instantly started thinking about the ring, which when I was about, I think it was about 10 when it came out, scared the out of me. For like a month I didn't sleep properly.
The next night, CJ records an update for his Instagram. Take a listen.
A minute ago I could hear like really loud moaning, like "Aah!" Like just booming across the mountains. So I've come down.
Sorry, I'm kind of distracted by other stuff, and for people who get annoyed by that, sorry, I gotta laugh. I gotta focus. I get distracted by other stuff. It just happens.
Down to where I could hear it. I got to this old well, and it stopped.
He says he could hear some loud moaning coming from near the well, but as soon as he got near it, it stopped.
A minute ago I could hear like really loud moaning, like "Aah!" Like just booming across the mountains. So I've come down to where I could hear it. I got to this old well, and it stopped.
That's when he claims to have seen a mysterious woman walking through the woods.
This girl appeared, dressed like kind of like a monk, no shoes, and no hair.
When he went to double check on her, she was nowhere to be seen.
So I carried on a bit and thought I better double check. Went to go and find her again. She's gone.
A short while later, he manages to get a glimpse of the woman on camera.
There's literally a woman walking there. There is a woman, there is a woman walking just randomly in the forest by herself.
The OP says that normally his dog Lance runs over to people excitedly to greet them. This time he didn't. Instead, he just nervously looked over in the direction of the woman, whining.
Looking over in that direction of where it is. So I'm like, nah mate, I might move.
The last time CJ saw the woman, she was running at full pace through the forest. Then she simply vanished and was never seen again.
I saw the girl another 2 times. The last time I was near the van and she was running through the forest. I left. I was gone.
The following day, once the fridge had time to settle, CJ promptly left the strange abandoned camping area altogether.
Nah, maybe there's an explanation to it all, but I wasn't sticking around. I left. I booted it. I'm about 50 miles from there now.
Since this video, viewers have scrutinised the encounter, hoping to come up with an explanation. Many have noted CJ's authenticity and that he genuinely seems freaked out by the incident.
She's gone.
The vast majority of the channel's content is about travel and camping and doesn't sway into the realms of the paranormal at all. nor does CJ do any pranks or skits or anything that would make it seem as though the encounter was staged. So what's to be made of this eerie event then? Who was the woman? Where was the moaning coming from? And did that locked up well have anything to do with it? I'd love to hear your take on this one. Have you heard of it before? And do you think something paranormal was at play? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. This next one was captured by the CCTV security system inside of the Felix Bulnes Hospital in Santiago, Chile. It was uploaded to the Instagram account Paranormal Carlos Martinez for all to see. While initially it looks like the patient is having a panic attack, at one point it looks like his leg gets dragged by some sort of unseen force.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have laughed, but the over the topness of that made me. That was funny. Oh, that was too funny.
Here it is in slow motion. The nurse on call comes to the aid of the patient, then the clip abruptly ends.
Like, he's clinging to... This is the thing. He is clinging to this handle for life. Like, he is clinging full force to that handle for life. So if he was at a panic attack, it was like a dream that he was watching out for in real life. Because he is hanging on for dear life.
One commenter said that they too had had an eerie encounter in the same hospital. While walking through one of the unused wards on the property, they said they heard disembodied whispers and laughter. There was no one else around, and they couldn't explain where the noises were coming from. To back up these claims, a separate piece of footage surfaced from the hospital. This time it was captured in an old disused wing. Take a look. An eerie voice can be heard.
Why did the person spell voices V-O-C-E-S? That's not voices. It's not how you spell voices.
Then suddenly, this happens.
Oh, hell no. Nope.
Get shit away.
Nope.
Something rushes by at the end of the darkened corridor. Looks to be some kind of object thrown against the wall.
Yeah, something's clearly thrown at that wall.
So is this old hospital in Chile really haunted? Given the first-hand accounts and the separate pieces of video evidence, it certainly does make you wonder whether the souls of former patients might be lingering on the property. Is it possible to interact with the living after we die? This video might shed some light on this very question. Take a look at what's been caught on camera.
Listen, the ghost just wants to heat up some pizza pops, okay? The host just wants to heat up some pizza pops. Just wants to heat up some pizza things so they can eat their food, and you just keep toying them. And as they go to always do it, and they're trying to grab the thing, you know, they are ghosts, they're trying to grab the thing. They finally maybe get their hand on it, they turn around, you close the door, so they have to put the thing down, walk over and open it again. You're just making this thing eating it straight more difficult. Why you just stop it.
Posted to Reddit by user Chest Wrong, it was accompanied by a rather comprehensive backstory. The poster explains that they had been hired to perform some maintenance work on a property in which the former tenant had recently passed away. When the landlord first let him into the premises, they both noticed that the microwave door was wide open. Thinking little of it, the landlord closed the door and the two of them continued their tour of the property. However, as they came out of the hallway, they noticed the microwave door was again wide open. The landlord thought perhaps that the door hadn't latched completely the first time she closed it, so she made sure to close it again properly. The poster then went to Home Depot to pick up some supplies. He returned soon after and began working on the repairs. After fixing the door frame to the bathroom, he entered the kitchen where he noticed the microwave door was open yet again. Now thinking that this was the beginning of something weird, he decided to get back to work. Over the course of the morning, the door seemingly opened itself several more times. Wondering if the former tenant was still present and attempting to make contact, the poster decided to call his wife for advice. She suggested that he set up his phone to see if he could capture the event on film. As the poster ate his lunch, he set his phone to record the microwave. Knowing that the name of the man who had recently passed away was Kevin, he decided to introduce himself. In fact, in the video you can hear him saying, "It's okay Kevin, don't be scared. If you want to show me you're here, open the microwave again." Almost immediately, the door opens.
It's okay, Kevin. Don't be scared. If you want to show me you're here, open the microwave again.
So what do you think? Does this photo show a genuine attempt from the deceased to interact with the living? Or is there another way to explain the movement of the microwave door? Love to hear theories on this one in the comments down below.
I gotta save my batteries, I only brought 3 batteries.
When popular YouTuber CJ Faison decided to camp alone in a...
Oh, I know this guy. I actually know. I watch this guy. I watch him. Not often. It's not against him. I just don't watch him. But I do watch him.
a notoriously haunted forest, he couldn't have known just how freaky the night would get.
Walk down that trail right there.
Pocomoke Forest is a vast, densely wooded stretch of land in Maryland, USA. It spans over 18,000 acres and is the setting for a collection of gruesome urban legends. There's tales of decapitation, wandering spirits, unhinged psychiatric patients with hooks for hands, and mysterious balls of fire that hover in the woods then vanish without a trace. The vlog starts with an exploration of an old cemetery on the fringe of the forest.
If you all saw a previous video of mine, this area behind me looks really familiar. This is actually the side of the Pocomoke Forest.
Suddenly, what sounds like gunshots ring out.
This cemetery right here was one that myself...
Gunshots ring out.
This cemetery right here was one that myself...
I don't hear gunshots.
This is a stark reminder that often reality is much scarier than any urban legend.
Sonny is out of town for a few days, and what that means is I gotta go and I gotta keep on making and creating. This is gonna be a long night.
The uploader begins by setting up camp and exploring the darkened forest.
Again, I want to go to somewhere like super remote, so as you can see, there's a nice little area around me. I've walked for probably about 40 minutes or so, and I'm going to show you kind of the way I came from.
While out exploring, he spots a light in the distance.
Oh.
He turns off his torch immediately so as not to give away his position.
That's my flight. That's my flight right there. Alright, I gotta be able to make my way somewhere. That's my flight.
At first, it's reminiscent of the balls of flame that are rumoured to float through the forest at night time.
This is kind of it's kind of been a standoff. I've had my lights off ever since.
But it soon becomes apparent that it's another person walking through the woods. Not knowing if they're friendly or not, and having heard gunshots already, the OP decides to hide in the dark and wait. It's It's 1:30 a.m. and the person just slowly walks through the forest.
I'm gonna die tonight.
The uploader isn't sure if it's a hunter or not, but they say the person is strangely tall and skinny.
Whoever that person is, they are not a hunter. Because there's no way in hell you just keep looking in the same area over and over. Not this late at night. That person was really, really skinny. Like tall and skinny. It's really strange looking. I'm sure y'all.
Later, the OP says he can still hear strange noises in the distance, when suddenly this happens.
Oh!
Some kind of loud snapping sound can be heard and the camera holder runs from the scene in a panic.
Oh!
Freaked out by the encounter, CJ seeks shelter in his tent.
Oh, jeez. Alright.
He eventually decides to use a spirit box to see if any spirits might be present.
Well, that wouldn't be my concern. I wouldn't look at all this, think this is paranormal. Spirit wouldn't be my concern. My concern is there's actual people hunting my ass that might come and kill me. That seems to be the concern here. Why is your stupid ass worried about goddamn spirits? Spirits aren't interested in you, and that's not the concern here, CJ.
Are there any spirits present here tonight?
Something appears to smash the side of the tent.
Here's another thought also. The loud fucking spirit box might give you away. I like CJ as a creator. There's so much he did here that just is so, like, the spirit box is probably one of the stupidest things to do if you actually think you see someone and something's wandering around the thing trying to get you and stalk you. Last thing I'm gonna do is use a loud fucking spirit box afterwards.
The spirit box still flutters in the darkness. Somehow CJ musters the courage to spend the rest of the night in the forest.
He's got more cojones than I do. I ain't doing that. I'm leaving again out. I'll find a way out, and I'm gonna be. Also, I mean, I know he's commentary. How do you not come armed? In any way. I would no way be doing this without coming in armed. I at least gotta have some sort of weapon with me to defend myself.
He films a few more updates.
I don't even know if there's anything on the footage, but I heard something just a little earlier, and it almost sounded like I don't know how, like, you know how, like, antlers, like, clang together? It almost sounded like two deer, like, fighting with each other.
Then, after getting some sleep, this happens. Someone is lurking just outside of the tent. The next morning, CJ hikes out of the woods, happy that the long night is finally over.
I thought I'd never get out of this freaking place. Hopefully no way to mess with my truck.
This next piece of footage, posted to TikTok by user MadRFCKRS, is rather creepy. It was supposedly captured somewhere in the Philippines.
So my guess is that's supposed to be mad fuckers. Obviously you can't say that, but that's my assumption on what he means when he says has that.
However, not much else is known about the clip. Take a look. As you can see, there's some kind of creature moving on the rooftop. It's dark outside and the camera only manages to capture glimpses, yet for the low light you can see it fairly clearly. It appears to be humanoid. Its eyes look like they glow in the dark, likely reflecting the light of the camera. Its skin looks grey and it moves as though it's on its hands and knees. Despite the creature's rather creepy appearance, several viewers think that it might be simply a naked man.
Probably.
However, if this is the case, it does.
Listen, Bobby is just a naked man. A naked ass man. You don't need a naked man. Jam me on top of your roof. You gotta tackle the naked man, get him off your damn roof, get him arrested and put some damn clothes on.
Doesn't really lower the creep factor. What would you prefer to see crawling around on your roof? An unknown cryptid or a naked man with unknown intentions? Let me know down below. There are a lot of sounds you might expect to hear on a hike. Wind blowing, birds singing, animals frolicking. But how about a weird chanting floating up from the sewer? According to Redditor, Critical Journalist 67, they were on a hike with only their dog for company when they thought they heard some kind of strange music. They took out their phone to capture the bizarre event. The footage shows an old-looking sewer cover. Through the holes in the cover, we can hear what sounds like echoing music coming up from somewhere deep within the sewer. It almost sounds like some sort of chanting. The Redditor only records for a few seconds before getting too freaked out to record any longer. What do you think could have been making that sound? Some viewers suggested that perhaps a cult has taken up residence deep within the sewer and that they are up to something nefarious. More down-to-earth suggestions said it could just be the wind and it happens to sound like music or chanting. Either way, it'd be unnerving to stumble upon this while on a hike out in the middle of nowhere. This next video is a compilation of several clips captured by fisherman and TikToker .source90. It documents his time out at sea when a series of strange events began to unfold. The compilation was uploaded to the platform by user Alexander Dodgson1. It begins as we can hear a strange, high-pitched sound coming from the ocean.
I hear him. Where's he at? What the fuck is that noise, bro? What is that noise?
At one point, the poster suggests that there might actually be a voice saying, "Jump for me." The fisherman then retires to his cabin where he begins to hear a mysterious noise as if something's banging on the walls outside. However, when he goes to investigate, there's nothing there. Yet he manages to capture this remarkable footage. Something appears to be swimming alongside his boat.
Huh.
We got another one.
As you can see, there are actually two of them, one on either side of the vessel. The objects move at speed, seemingly able to keep pace with the boat. However, we never get a clear indication as to what they actually might be. In the next clip, the fisherman reveals a strange-looking bone that he claims to have caught in the dredge.
That looks like a tail to me.
Curious to find out what it is, he decides to take it to the marine biology department at the University of Massachusetts. However, after an examination, it seems that the expert is unable to determine what type of animal it actually came from.
Take a photo, Bob. Ask me to take a photo of it.
Absolutely. You've never seen anything like this?
No. I don't know what it is.
That's crazy.
Several viewers have suggested that this fisherman might have actually encountered mermaids. Also sometimes referred to as sirens, these creatures are known for their high-pitched call.
Who? I've never heard anyone call a mermaid a siren. Who calls them that? Who? I've never in my life heard anyone call a mermaid a siren. What? No, they do not. No.
Call. That, along with the figures seen swimming alongside the boat and the discovery of the mysterious bone, all seems to suggest a connection to this creature. While sirens were originally depicted as bird-like in Greek mythology, they were often described as possessing the tail of a fish and the upper body of a woman. It was also thought that their voices could lure sailors into the sea. In Homer's poem The Odyssey, Odysseus is said to have been tied to the mast of his own ship in order to resist the sweet call of the siren's song. So does this footage show evidence of this mythological creature? If so, is it really attempting to lure the fishermen into the sea? This remains an ongoing saga, and there are plenty more mysterious clips that TikToker Source.90 has captured from his boat. As always, I'll leave a link to his account in the description box down below. This next chilling camping encounter was uploaded to the YouTube channel known.
Hey guys, sorry about this. This was actually a longer cut than I planned because I had to go deal with something and it took longer than I expected. We get back into this now.
Noah and Sam. The uploader says that they decided to pull over and sleep the night in their truck in a forested area in Sun River in the United States.
But a few days ago, I was camping in Sun River, and what I thought would be a good location to pull over to the side of the road in like this forest area and sleep.
The OP managed to capture some GoPro footage of the terrifying encounter that unfolded in the middle of the night. Watch.
He's literally walking. Walking. My truck. The canopy, the back door's locked right there. I'm scared of him wherever. I don't think he knows that there's anyone.
It's pitch black in the middle of the forest at 2:30 AM. You can hear someone walking around the truck.
He's walking around. I don't get it. He's literally walking.
Luckily, the truck is locked, but the person continues to tap at the vehicle.
The canopy, the back door's locked right there. I'm scared of him wherever. I don't think he knows that there's anyone in here. I'm so scared right now.
The next morning, you can see someone clearly trying to look into the back of the truck.
He was trying to peek in my truck quite a bit with all these marks. I didn't even notice until I got home.
There's handprints all over.
How do you know it's a he? Like, could you hear? I couldn't hear the audio well, so someone might be able to. Could you hear a voice? Is that why he knew it was a he? If that was the case and I couldn't hear it, my apologies. I'm not even trying to think. Like, my hearing's just shit. So if it was a he, if he could hear a voice and that's why he knew it was a he, that would make sense. If not, how would he know it was a he? Just guessing, I assume.
Over the car.
Handprints there.
The person even dragged their finger from one end of the truck to the other.
Dragging his finger on my side of my truck, trying to get inside my truck. That's really all I could tell from when he was walking around.
So why was there a person walking through the forest in the middle of nowhere at 2:30 AM? The uploader even says that the person didn't have a torch or any light source of any kind, so they were just walking around in pitch black out in the woods. They tapped and scratched at the truck in the middle of the night, then vanished. This is indeed a chilling encounter, and we're just glad the uploader made it out safely.
Fair.
He's literally knocking. Knocking on my truck. The canopy, the back door's locked in there. I'm scared or whatever. I don't think he knows that there's anyone in here.
There's nothing quite like watching videos of cute animals playing around in order to brighten your day up. Oftentimes, whenever somebody watches something horror related and it scares them, they will immediately begin to watch videos of cats playing around and having fun in order to take their mind off the dark and disturbing things they've seen. If you're one of these people, you may think that the following video, posted to YouTube by Michael Stutzfand, is one of those adorable videos. For the first few seconds, it certainly does appear to be a wholesome and fun video of a cat looking at itself in the mirror, perhaps thinking it's another one of his furry friends. It's a cute video right until the end. Take a look. Watching that again, just seconds before the video cuts off, the cat's reflection in the mirror turns to face the cat on the other side, not matching its movements.
Bro! I don't ever want to see that in any video I film involving a reflection. If I ever see that in a reflection, I'm gonna freak out like a bitch. I'm losing my mind. No, it's probably edited. It's probably edited. But I just don't want to see that. Ever. Ever. I mean, and when I mean ever, I mean ever. That's what I mean.
This, of course, has startled many viewers who have questioned how this is even possible. Of course, some people think it's nothing more than clever editing, but then there are those who are genuinely spooked by the footage, claiming it's a glimpse at an alternate reality. This strange little clip has unknown origins, but it was uploaded to Reddit by user What I Imagine.
Oh, I know what this one is. This is the one where the dog disappears, right? This is what this is?
To be some security footage overlooking an open lot. We can see a dog rummaging around, but watch what happens next.
Look, that's edited. That's all that is. That is funny and stupid editing that you think would actually work. And it might convince some people. It don't convince me. That's clearly edited to a whole new level. It's just editing.
Out of nowhere, the dog appears to vanish and an orb of light flies up into the air.
It's not. No, it's edited. It's just edited. It's well done editing.
Here it is again with a light filter over the footage.
It's well done editing.
So what's to be made of this strange little clip? A lot of viewers joked that the dog had to return to his home planet and that his people needed him. Others were a little more alarmed at the footage, struggling to explain the strange orb that the dog seems to transform into. Some more keen-eyed commenters thought they could spot a cut in the edit, suggesting it's all just staged. They noted the low resolution too, which would make it easier to hide an obvious edit.
It's an obvious cut.
Ultimately though, I'll throw this one out to you, the viewers, for final judgment.
This is 100% edit. I am 100% confident, 100% certain this is it. There's no doubt in my mind this is edited.
Exploring abandoned properties often leads to creepy situations, and this video, uploaded to the YouTube channel Wo Kya Hogar Official, is no exception. In the clip, we see a pair of paranormal investigators skirting the outside of a supposedly haunted house.
वो देखो मैं कह रहा हूँ झाड़ियाँ हिल रही हैं वो भी देखो यहाँ से रिकॉर्ड करो हवा किधर है ये देख हवा किधर है यार इधर लाइट देखो ये जानवर तो नहीं आगे देखने
For the first 30 minutes or so, they don't come across anything too frightening, though they're certainly spooked by their eerie surroundings. It isn't until the 30-minute mark that things start to get a little strange.
Okay.
As the pair approach a dark alcove, we can see a shadowy figure scurry in front of the camera.
ओ कौन ये क्या कौन हो आप
Oh!
Although the figure is quite hard to see, it appears to be dressed in a long black robe.
ओ कौन
There is literally a there, yeah.
ये क्या
You can barely make it out. Barely. If you ain't really focused, you ain't gonna see this.
कौन हो आप
Just a couple of minutes later, as the camera pans over the structure once more, we can see a similar
Oh
figure
my God.
standing on the roof.
ओ पीछे वो दीवार पे
A minute later, it reappears again in the same spot.
वो देख यार
Perhaps it should be no surprise that the paranormal team ran into these mysterious figures. After all, it seems they were on the hunt for something supernatural. So were these figures actually...
That's the point I always find hilarious. This thing, they're like, I'm gonna hunt for supernatural. Anything supernatural happens, run for their lives. Listen, if you're hunting for it, you better be ready to encounter it. You ask them to show stuff, you can't be shocked that they do.
ghosts? Or could it just be a homeless person temporarily residing in the abandoned building? However, if the latter is true, then why were they dressed in such dark and ominous clothing?
पीछे वो दीवार पे
Take another look at the footage and let me know what you think these mysterious figures could be in the comment section down below.
ओ कौन ये क्या कौन हो आप
This video, courtesy of Kazuto Kadama, is some security footage captured at a manga cafe in Japan. In the video, we can see customers purchasing items from the cashier while other employees walk around doing their jobs. But as you're about to see, this footage takes a bizarre and creepy turn. Watch. When the man gets off the elevator and enters the store, there's an eerie-looking woman at the rear of the elevator.
Oh!
It almost...
I wasn't even paying attention, I didn't even see that!
This looks like she's floating in the air.
God, that's weird looking. That's either one tall woman or that is a woman for some reason in the air. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. That's weird looking. I'll admit. I didn't even notice that at first.
Interestingly, an interview revealed that there was a young woman who tragically committed suicide in a park in the same neighborhood that this manga cafe is located in. So this understandably raises the question, was the entity seen in this footage the ghost of the deceased woman from the park? It's hard to say definitively whether or not this is the case, but it certainly makes for some unsettling viewing. Our first clip of the day was sent to us by the Instagram account The Real Brooks. For some months now, the OP has been struggling to sleep and thought their stress levels were causing them to see things around their apartment. For a few weeks, they simply brushed it off as needing some rest. That was until they caught something on camera. While playing around on TikTok, the user noticed something strange in the background of one of their clips.
Something darts across the screen.
As you can see, a transparent figure zips from left to right. So would you chalk this transparent figure up to stress, or is there more going on here? I'd love to hear theories on this bizarre sighting in the comments down below. A woman on TikTok with the username Pershka published a video to her account in May of 2020, saying that she wants to show off her icebox that she says is scary and that it makes strange noises. Take a look at what she captured.
Did you all see it? We've seen this. We've seen this so many times. But for those who haven't, we'll go back. See the person there?
It's a blink and you'll miss it moment.
It really
but if you
is.
look carefully, you can make out what appears to be some sort of shadow-like figure looming in the kitchen just to the right of the icebox. Some people think it looks like a little girl.
I'd say it does. Definitely looks like a little girl in my opinion.
Understandably, ever since this video was uploaded, many people have been clamoring to try and come up with a logical explanation. Most of all,
Girl didn't even spell ghost. G-J-O-S-T. Gjost. But I get the gjost in my house.
or the uploader herself. So what do you think this could be? Do you think this is some sort of shadow figure that's been accidentally caught on camera and it's actually living inside the uploader's house? Or is it all just a trick of the light? Let me know what you think down below.
That is a hell of a trick of the light if it's doing that.
Usually, when a photograph is described as mysterious, it's because it shows something strange in the picture itself. Perhaps a ghostly figure lurking in the background, or even a UFO inadvertently captured flying through the sky. However, this video takes the concept of a mysterious photograph to a whole new level. Watch the clip and see if you can spot anything unusual.
Okay.
As the child moves about, keen-eyed viewers may notice a framed photo of a man in the background.
Yeah.
His head and shoulders are clearly visible and he appears to be wearing a suit and tie.
Yep.
However, the next time the camera pans back to the right, the photo seems to have changed. While it appears to still show the same man, he's suddenly much closer and none of his tie is visible.
子供の後ろにある仏壇に置かれた遺影に注意してご覧いただきたい。
Huh. So my only assumption is someone switched the photo for some reason? I don't know why you would. That's really weird.
Of course, there could be a logical explanation for what we're witnessing. Perhaps someone quickly switched out the photo for another, or alternatively, the image could have been tampered with in post-production. While these are both possibilities, the footage does seem to come from a genuine home video. In situations such as this, one's mind often turns to the paranormal for answers. Some viewers have suggested that perhaps the person in the photo is now deceased and is altering the photo as a way to make contact with their living family. As there's little information on the origins of the footage, this is one mystery that'll have to remain unsolved, at least for the time being. It's never easy saying goodbye to loved ones, and often funerals are very hard to get through for friends and family. But what if there was a sign that the lost loved one was watching on? Well, that's exactly what some viewers have suggested.
Oh, we've seen this one so many times.
Is happening in this next clip uploaded to Reddit by user CA05GFJ2K6.
That's a lot of numbers.
During the OP's grandpa's memorial, something odd was captured on camera. Take a look.
You'll see it.
Time, Jesus said to the crowd, "Everything that the Father gives me will come to me, and I will not reject anyone who comes to me, because I came down
see the
from
door?
heaven not to do my own will, but the will of the one who sent me."
In the background, the door appears to open all on its own.
Oh.
Everything that the Father gives me will come to me.
Look at that.
And I will not reject anyone who comes to me, because I came down from heaven not to do my own will, but the will of the one who sent me.
The Reddit user saw it as a sign that their pops was paying a visit to all his friends and family at the funeral. A lot of commenters agreed, saying that they too had felt and seen signs of lost loved ones at their funerals. One user said at their grandmother's funeral, the hearse's engine cut out for no reason right before entering the gates of the cemetery. They tried for 20 minutes to restart the car, but it just wouldn't go. The family resorted to carrying the coffin to her gravesite. Following the service, they tried starting the hearse again, and straight away the engine revved and the car showed no signs of trouble whatsoever. Another user responded saying that the exact same thing had happened at their grandpa's funeral. And while there's often rational explanations for these strange events, if it brings the family even a little bit of peace during such difficult times, then that's all that really matters.
That's always what I'll stick with in stories like this where it comes to like grieving loved one. If it helps you grieve, if it helps the family grieve with this, why argue and try to question if it's real or if it's fake or anything like that? Just, if it helps them grieve, let them do it.
Everything that the Father gives me will come to me, and I will not reject anyone who comes to me, because I came down from heaven not to do my own will, but the will of the one who sent me.
There's very little information available on the origins of this video, other than it seems to have been captured somewhere in Japan. In the brief clip, we can see a crane demolishing a building. At first, it doesn't appear to show anything out of the ordinary.
Nope.
However, if you look closely, just as the camera pans down, you may be able to make out a shadowy figure standing just inside the building. Take a look.
この家の人たちはこのような少女に全く心当たりがないという。
While the poor quality of the clip doesn't help, if you slow the footage down, you will see that there's definitely something there.
Huh.
ghostly, human-shaped figure lurks in the darkness and doesn't seem concerned at all that the building is being demolished around them. Surely if this was a person, they'd exit the structure as quickly as possible. It's thought that ghosts often attach themselves to places that were of significance to them during their lives. They're said to stay close to their former residence, while others remain near the place that they died. Could it then be possible that this video has inadvertently captured the spirit of someone who once lived in this very structure? TikTok user Karen Jasmine posted a video that shows her early morning work commute on Highway 1 to Big Sur, California. Karen says that in the video she was driving to work at around 4:40 in the morning. She says that when driving down this particular road, she sees a mysterious woman standing in the same place at the exact same time without fail, wearing the same clothes every single day. And as you can probably tell, this drive didn't go any different. Take a look at the eerie footage.
Don't look for her.
Karen says that if you look at the footage carefully, you can make out that the woman in question allegedly has no face, no feet, and resembles that of a skeleton.
It's hard to see, but I feel like I could see the skeleton part.
Karen also says that every time she sees the woman, she feels like her blood drains to her feet and immediately feels cold, getting goosebumps all over her skin. To this day, she's not been able to properly explain who this woman is and why she appears in the same place at the same time every single day. Is this simply a coincidence, or is there something more sinister going on here?
Well, here you will.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this reaction video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all for the next one.